What's going on, family? It's your man Miami Patron here for another video, and like always, I'm coming to you from beautiful Medellin, Colombia. So what I'm gonna be talking about in this video is the 7 steps to how to travel full-time. So basically that's called a digital nomad, person that travels around the world wherever they please while making money online and living their dream. No location ties, just complete freedom. So for those of you that don't know, I have been traveling since my 23rd birthday, which was 7 months ago. I was in Puerto Rico, all out throughout the United States. And then when I got my passport in May of this year, I left to Colombia. So right now I'm in Medellin, Colombia, heading to Cartagena next week, and all over the world gonna be traveling. So guys, in this YouTube channel, I document that. So let's hop inside, and I'm gonna be breaking down 7 steps that you can start today so you can begin traveling online and living a comfortable life while traveling, not eating out of garbage cans, not living in your car or living in the streets or anything like that, but truly living comfortably. The first step you want to do is you want to reduce your location ties and reduce your expenses. So most likely if you're watching this video, you're probably either living at home or you have an apartment, you have, a lot of responsibilities. And so the first step to obviously traveling full time is you don't want to take this stuff with you, or you don't want to take these responsibilities with you. Like at the time of this filming right now, I still have my car back in Miami that I haven't even driven for 7 months, but yet I'm still paying all this money towards. All right, so that was one of the mistakes that I made, is you want to begin reducing those expenses. Things like your car payment, things like subscription services, right? Like your Netflix, or actually maybe not your Netflix, but like stuff that you don't really need, right? Your major payments that you want to reduce are stuff like your rent and stuff like your car payment. So think about considering selling your car. Consider, when is your lease up, or if you're like renting or whatever you do for your living, see how you can begin reducing those expenses or getting rid of them completely. Moving back in with your parents if necessary, moving in with a friend, sleeping on a couch, it doesn't matter. I was doing some of that stuff before I began traveling, right? So you want to begin, how can you begin reducing those expenses? Now, the reason why you want to do this, one, is so you're not, you have more freedom. Number two is so that when you're out traveling, you have more income, more disposable income, because the more income you have on the road means more experiences, a better quality of living, and just honestly more comfortability all around. So when you begin getting rid of things, you want to be thinking, do I really need this? Am I going to be taking this on the road with me, right? I wish I would have asked that self my question. For example, I came here to Medellin. I was only planning on coming here for 2 weeks. I've actually been here over 3 months, and I didn't ask myself that question. And so I left a lot of my stuff. I didn't bring any of my camera gear, any of my stuff. I film all my YouTube videos right now, right here on my phone, right? Talk about resourcefulness, right? But that's an example of like, do I really need this when I go on the road? Is that extra money you could use towards, your travels and different stuff like that. So step number 1 is you want to begin reducing your location ties. This will help you moving forward when you begin traveling. Step number 2 in the process is you want to join a digital nomad community or community of other travelers, because if you want to travel full time, guys, there's a lot of people that have been ahead of you that can help you reduce your stress, reduce your headaches, and reduce your learning curve, almost like mentors, right? Because traveling full time is a feat in its own, all right? Because you're gonna be going through different trials, different tribulations, learning brand new stuff. So when you join a community, you're able to really not only connect with people when you get to a new town, right? You can make new friends online, and so you can connect with them once you get there, but these people are gonna help you through your journey. Now, are a couple places in which you can go ahead and meet and join these communities. One place is Facebook groups, right? Because I didn't even know this until I got to Medellin. There are digital nomad communities for Medellin here on Facebook, and I didn't even know that. So and I was able to connect with a couple people there and do stuff like that. And a lot of people do get business through there. So if you're looking for a job, if you're looking to get some clients and stuff while you're on the road, those communities are a great place to do it. So you can join stuff like Facebook groups. You can look at you can join forums. Like for example, I talked about Nomad List, which is a great resource, nomadlist.com, where it gives you a bunch of resources for digital nomads. There's forums that you can look at. Also meeting people in your hostel. So if you're staying in a hostel, being able to connect with those people and just learn and grow. And that's one thing that will help you move forward into transitioning full-time traveling, because guys, this is not as easy as it looks like on Instagram. All right, it's really not. So being able to have people a couple steps ahead of you will help you with that learning curve. The third step in the process is you want to identify your skills, okay? Because for those of you that want to travel full-time, you're probably going to fit into two categories. One, you're going to live off your savings, right? You're going to live off your savings, travel the world, and do a budgeted type travel. And then after, whenever you run out of money, you're going to return back to the States. That's one category. The second category, people, are those of you that are gonna make money online, make money while you're traveling. That's the category I'm in, because I'm not the backpacker type. You're not gonna see me hitchhiking and all that kind of stuff. I like to live comfortably in a nice apartment or a villa or whatever it is. That's kind of my style. So in order to do that, we have to sustain our lifestyle by producing income online. So how do you produce that? Is you need to identify your skills. Now, I did record a video on this prior. I'm gonna attach it right here. It is the skills that every digital nomad needs in order to travel full time, right? How to make money making skills in order to travel full time. So for those of you that want to begin making money online, you do have to identify those skills. You need to identify your high income skills, right? What you want to do, write on a piece of paper. What am I good at? And the best business to start, I believe, because this is what I teach people how to do, is selling your experience and your knowledge and your information online in the form of coaching and in the form of online courses. It's the easiest business to start. You can run it from anywhere in the world, coaching people through online, coaching people or selling online courses is something that you want, because right now you do have a skill that somebody in the world is willing to pay you at least $1,000 for. And it doesn't have to be some make money online thing. It can be anything from dancing, cooking, anything like that, copywriting, how to run ads, how to do marketing, right? There's so many different skills out there that you just gotta sit down and see, like, okay, what am I good at? And which one of these skills is somebody willing to pay me at least $500 to $1,000 to learn how to do? Now, if you don't have a skill, do not worry, because that's why we have YouTube. Use YouTube as a resource to go ahead and learn a skill that you can go ahead and begin monetizing. So for those of you that don't know, 2 years ago, I had no skills at all, right? Literally at all. I was selling cars, right, at CarMax. But then I was like, okay, I need to be able to have a skill where somebody's willing to pay me at least $1,000 for. And that's where I learned how to do social media marketing, running Facebook ads for local businesses. And that went ahead and branched off into what I do now, right? So go ahead, and it took me about 3 weeks to learn. Within my first week, I already had 2 clients paying me $2,500 a month, right? If you guys remember, if you guys saw my other video, cost of living in Medellin, you can comfortably live here in Medellin for $2,000, $2,500 a month. So think about that. That one skill I could live a comfortable life somewhere here like Medellin or Bali or something like that. Okay. Now, step number 4 is you want to launch your online business. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you're launching your business, right, when you begin traveling full time, right, if you're gonna make money and you want to travel full time, you gotta make some form of money online, or make some kind of money while you're on the road, just so you live comfortably. You're not thinking in forms of lack. You're thinking of terms of, I want to do this because I have the funds, not I can't do this because I don't have the funds, right? Don't let money make those money make those choices for you while you're on traveling, because you want to embrace the entire experience. And there's 3 businesses that you can launch right away. You can start this week and begin doing it. Okay, the first one is freelancing. Freelancing is basically selling a service, and there's so many different kinds of freelancing jobs that you can do. Maybe I'll create another video on it, or you can go and look it up. Basically taking that skill that we just talked about in number 3 and selling it as a monthly service to another person, right? You can do freelancing. The second thing you do is you can do online coaching, right? That's the next step up. Once you're running the service, you can coach people on how to do something, right? So for example, if you're a cook, right, you're a nice cook, or you know how to dance, you can coach people online on how to dance, or there's people making money doing that, or any skill like that. You can begin coaching people on how to do something, right? And the third business that you can launch online is selling an information product in the form of an online course. And that's basically what I've been doing for the last year, is helping people launch their information businesses. All right, so basically teach people through an online course. It doesn't take any time. Basically, this YouTube video that you're watching right now is an example of a digital product. I recorded it one time. You're gonna get the value from this, and I literally record it one time and within 20 minutes. Okay, so that's an example of a digital product. So step number 4 is you want to launch you want to launch your online business. Step number 5 is you want to choose your location to travel. Okay, so now at this point in the video, you have reduced your location ties, you've reduced your expenses, you have identified your skill, right, that you're going to monetize. Step number 3 is that you went ahead and you're now making money monetizing that skill. Now that we got that out of the way, we got to choose our location. All right, now here's a couple recommendations when choosing your location. You can be the type where if you're in the United States, you can go straight to Bali and you can do it straight like that. Now, I didn't do it that way. I actually came here to South America, which is only a 4-hour flight from Miami where I was staying, right? And it's super simple. Now, I do recommend if you're just getting started, if you're just dabbling in traveling, wanting to travel full time, I do recommend going out and traveling somewhere near your home, you know, within a few hours of flight from your location. So if you're in the United States, if you're in Miami, flying to like, you know, Cuba or South America or something like that is really easy. What I recommend is because there's going to be even though you're in a community, there is still going to be a learning curve. And the thing is, you don't want to be caught in a situation where you're halfway across the world and you weren't fully prepared. Now, let me give you an example of this. So right now I'm in Medellin, Colombia. My goal was only to stay here for 2 weeks, but I've been here for 3 months, right? And one thing that happened to me with my first month, I actually had some fraud on my debit card someplace in Africa, and my bank blocked my card. I have not had a debit card for 3 months, and the problem with it is my bank can't actually even send me a card here. So I've been having to transfer money to my grandparents having to Western Union me money, and it's been a complete mess, right? Thankfully, I'm heading back to the United States in about a month or so, and I can get a new debit card. But imagine if I was in Bali. Imagine I was 12-hour flight away and I was out without a debit card and had no way of paying for anything, guys, and there was no Western Union. I would be screwed here, right? So that's an example of like something I really learned, so that now moving forward as I go to in other places, I want to have backup debit cards. I want to have credit cards. I want to have other stuff aligned, right? So that's an example of like, you know, traveling to somewhere near, not too far, but if you do make a mistake, if you forget something, or if there's a learning curve, you can easily get back to the States or wherever you're from and make that transition, all right? The next caveat when you want to go ahead and choose your location is choose a location where you have purchasing power. Purchasing power. This is very important because you don't want to become a full-time, you know, traveler and then you're paying, you know, you're in New York City paying $5,000 a month, right? That doesn't really make sense. Especially when you're just getting started out traveling, especially when you don't have a lot of money, just when you're getting your business started, go to a place where you have purchasing power. For example, here in Medellin, it's about a 1-to-3 ratio. For $1 it's about 3,000 pesos, okay? That's about 3,000 pesos. So your money goes much longer. So I've been able to live here in Medellin. I have a 2-bedroom apartment, been able to live, you know, get groceries, all that kind of stuff for less than $1,000 a month, right? It's been amazing. Why? Because it's a 1-to-3. This $1,000 a month or $1,000 from one of my clients is worth $3,000 here, which is like a full-time income in the United States. All right, so I actually recorded a video right here which talks about the best cities you can travel to as a digital nomad, as a full-time traveler. So check that out. That way you can choose the location that's best for you when going ahead and making sure you have that purchasing power. Step number 6 is you want to go ahead and while you're traveling, you want to begin to keep growing and running your business, all right? Because remember, in this channel, what I talk about is not only traveling, but I also talk about how to travel comfortably. In order to travel comfortably, you got to run a business, you got to make money online, because we're not going to be working at hostels and living out of garbage cans, okay? We're going to live fun and a luxurious life while traveling. So there's only 4 things that you really need to focus on while you're growing, while you're running the business, and while you're traveling. For example, I'm traveling, I make my YouTube videos, I run my business. I travel, I make my YouTube videos, and I close sales, right? It's just that simple. 4 things you want to focus on. Number 1 is content marketing. Producing content somewhere on YouTube, somewhere on Instagram where you can attract your customers and provide value. Number 2 is you want to focus on sales. Producing sales for your product, whatever you're selling, whether you're selling coaching, freelancing, online courses, producing sales, because those sales sustain your lifestyle. The next one you do is you want to automate it, okay? Because you don't want to be on the phone all day. You don't want to be sitting at a computer while you're sitting at a beach in Bali or Medellin or Cartagena or wherever you're at. You don't want to be stuck on your laptop all day. So you want to begin automating your business, okay? And the 4th and final one is delivering results for your customers, okay? We want to make sure that when we're running our business, we deliver the right and amazing results for those customers. All right, so now we're on step number 7. If you guys are liking the video, I want you to go ahead and subscribe below, because I'm always providing great value like this, teaching you not only how to travel efficiently, but how to make money so you can do it in a comfortable way, because we are not gonna live out of a trash can. We are gonna live a comfortable life. So make sure you subscribe below, because I teach you how to do that. All right, so step number 7 is you wanna decide how you want to live while you're traveling full time. Now this actually kind of talks, is a good topic on, where this channel even come from. You got to decide what style of living do you want to do, and also which matches your budget. Are you gonna be more the backpacker type, the person that's gonna live in hostels, the person that's gonna cook their own food, the person that's gonna do a lot of free activities, you know, the person that's gonna work at like a free cafe and different stuff like that? Is that more your style? If that is, that's perfectly fine. I'm gonna be providing value for that, and you gotta plan that out. Or are you gonna be more of a luxurious style? Are you gonna stay in an Airbnb? Are you gonna be eating out at restaurants mostly? Are you gonna get a co-working spot? You gotta decide what level of comfort, what level of traveling you're gonna do, because there is a really, I feel like there's a mismatch in the digital nomad space. A lot of people think for me to be a digital nomad, I have to live in a really cheap place and I gotta, eat rice and all this kind of stuff. And I don't think that has to be true, especially if you're making a sustainable high income through an online business while you're traveling. I believe you can still live in the villa. You can still eat at a great restaurant. You can still go and have some fun, rent helicopters, and have fun while you're traveling. It doesn't have to be an economical thing, right? But I feel like as I've been doing research, that's kind of like the area a lot of people fall into. So you got to decide, and if you fall into the backpacker type, that's okay, because I'm going to be documenting that moving forward as well. So do you want to live comfortable? Do you want to live more of a backpacker, low budget style, or do you want to live a more comfortable, maybe a more luxurious style? So deciding that is a very key factor when moving forward. All right. So hopefully you guys got a lot of value from this. Guys, make sure you check out my free resources, my free resources in the description below, where I teach you how to launch your online business so you can travel full time as a digital nomad. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Miami Patron out.